Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about the 2021 Invisalign GP Summit. And if you are an Invisalign provider, you probably know that every year they have a summit. It alternates every year or every other year. So one year is going to be the Ortho Summit, one year is the GP Summit. They do not mix orthos and GPs for whatever reason. I personally think they should, but I guess they keep the orthos exclusive away from the GPs just to avoid any fighting. I have attended the ortho summits. I'm obviously not allowed to attend the GP summit unless I went as a spouse because my husband he's a gold Invisalign provider as a GP. Um, so I haven't attended in person though. I've only done the virtual one. And last year's virtual one for orthos I thought was fantastic. It was totally worth the 300. I think ours was more than 300. I can't remember what we spent, but we also got like some swag and some cases and t-shirts, and not that I needed all that stuff, but um and I think we got a fair amount of CE units. It was definitely, I mean, I've attended a lot of virtual conferences in the last year, 2 years because of COVID. And this was the best put on one. It sounds terrible, terrible English. Well produced, well managed, the best one I've been to. Sometimes it's just like they just randomly have a video camera and they're just live streaming and you can barely hear the audio and there's all kind of chatter and background noise, but they really did a great job streaming this. So I mean, I'm just giving them a compliment. Y'all know I do not work for Align, nor have I ever, nor would I ever, and I don't drink the Kool-Aid. So if I'm giving Align a compliment, it's a true compliment. And by the way, of course, I have to put the disclaimer that Invisalign, if you don't like what I'm saying and you want me to take this video down, as always, you know how to reach me because we certainly know you like to reach me. Email, just shoot me an email. You know who you are. If you don't like what I'm putting up, I will be glad to take it down, although this is really up for your benefit because I'm encouraging people to sign up for this. So, and I 100% do not drink the Kool-Aid. So if I'm saying something positive about Invisalign, it's positive. So, what did I learn from the conference last year? I actually did a recap that's posted. So if you go into my YouTube site, and you search up Invisalign Summit, you go to a little magnifying glass within my StraightSmile Solution site, you can hear what my recap and what I liked about it. I don't even remember what I said, but I do remember really liking it. I remember thinking, oh, I'm just going to check this out. And I was absolutely fascinated with everything I learned. I was so fascinated and I actually learned so much that it really changed the way some of the cases I treated. This was kind of like a personal thing since my husband and I are both dentists. We decided, my daughter has a very impacted canine, she's 12, and we decided to switch and not do braces for that because I saw a really cool case in the shootout. It might have been a TED talk, I don't remember, but it was so inspirational and I was like, oh my goodness, I would have never thought of this, using a lot of the concepts from braces. Obviously this was a hard case and it wouldn't be in the GP Summit, but we decided to treat her with Invisalign with an impacted canine and it's turning out fabulously. So if you want to see how that case is going, obviously it's going to be slow because these are always slow, and probably braces would be a little faster, a little more predictable, but it's going very, very well. And she's thrilled because she's very aesthetically oriented and she did not want braces. Um, so you can check that out if you want to search impacted canines within my site and see how that case is going. But I've been thrilled. Matter of fact, so thrilled that the oral surgeon and I might publish later. So in any case, but just I digress. I think you'll get a lot out of it. The only thing I don't like about the in-person summit is that they require you, it looks like, to register and you have to get hotels through them in order to attend. So for Vegas, sometimes, like, I don't want to stay in the hotel where the event is. I like to be away from people, you know? But they require you. You can't register to go to the in-person unless you get the hotel, which was like 3 nights, almost 2,000. That seems like an awful lot for the summit plus the hotels per person. And a tiny bit less, like 300 less if you're sharing a room. But that seems like an awful lot. Spouse was $300 just to attend the nighttime events, but I was like, dang, for two people to go, it would be four grand. Forget it, plus travel. So I recommend just signing, unless you. I mean, it doesn't even look like there's an option if you live nearby to just come for the day. So um, that's a no-go for me. But I think you can get quite a lot out of just the virtual one. And for $300 for 11 units, I thought it was super worth it. So yeah, I would definitely sign up. Virtual is just 2 days. Oh, too bad. The in-person is over Halloween. I'm assuming you're done by the morning, but that kind of stinks if you have to travel back. Obviously, I'd want to leave early and clearly you can't leave early because you already have to prepay for the hotel. So, but in any case, that's my tip. I think you should register. I'm sure there's unlimited virtual spots. There's always, usually the live sells out. I mean, I don't know if it still does with the virtual, but um, only reason I think I'd attend the live is that I know a lot of you are really, really thinking about getting an iTero. A lot of you are on the fence. I really, really hope that Align Technology exec team members listen to my video, because a lot of times they do. Um, and I really, really think you should just start accepting Medit, 3Shape, Carestream. But, I know you have an ongoing lawsuit, so I know you don't want to do that, because that's how you make your money, is selling those scanners for the most part. But just charge the doctors an additional fee, way more. Like have it be cheaper. Like lower those monthly fees for the people that are loyal iTero users, or give them a small lab discount. 5%, something like that, and just increase the fees per case. Like a out of network scan fee per case for every case, $5, $10 for those coming from an out of network scanner. It's just that easy, because y'all are losing so much business. The anger is so real that people are going nuts right now with the white label, with the StraightSmile, with the reveal, with the not so much clear correct, but a lot of these different ones, and they really are stubborn because they refuse to take impressions, and they refuse to buy the iTero just out of spite. So y'all are losing like a ridiculous, and I see this from a 10,000, 30,000 mile view. Y'all are losing a crazy amount of business. And what frustrates me most as a orthodontic coach for these doctors is that some of these cases have no business doing these other aligner companies, because they're just not turning out well. So I'm telling them, God, you got to do this case with Invisalign. It's just going to work out way, way better. And they're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just mad at Invisalign. I'm mad at Align Technology. So you know what, if you guys wanted to make a big dramatic splash, and like I said, I don't work for Align Technology. I have nothing to gain from posting this at all. All my ultimate outcome is to have great outcomes for patients. And I know when I work with a doctor, if they tell me, hey, I want to go from bronze to gold in 6 months, no problem. That is super easy to do, especially if you have an iTero. Super, super, especially for a general dentist. You have the patients. They're walking in your office every single day. All you have to do is educate them on the why, and the cases sell themselves. They honestly do. So, but anyways, just my tip, Invisalign, I really hope that you grant me my wish, because that would make my life a heck of a lot easier. Yes, I still love doing white label. That's my second favorite, and the cases go very, very well. But, dashboards are a little clunky. It is so nice to have everything on one dashboard. And I really, really love the occlusion feature. And so far, StraightSmile has the occlusion feature, so I can kind of see the dots, but it's not as good. And I don't love their trim and some other stuff. So, and they just, the 5 years of unlimited refinements, revisions, I'm not saying that you need it, but it's super, super, super nice. I mean, like when doctors do cases with me, we nail it. We either nail it first try, or if it's a harder case, we might have one refinement, if assuming you're doing everything right and doing the virtual check-ins like I tell you to do, etc. Having a good treatment plan. But hey, you finish the case in 12 to 18 months max, maybe less. Now you've got another 3 to 4 years just in case the patient doesn't wear the retainer and relapses. Well, you can still charge the patient a small fee, but it doesn't have to be a crazy big fee, just for your time. And the lab fee is free. So it's just a really nice thing for the patient. And I think it sells itself. I really do. All right. Anyways, so let me know if you decide you're going to attend the summit. I obviously can't attend it because I'm an ortho. I don't think I can sign up for the virtual. But hey, if you're with Invisalign and you'll let me sign up, I would love to sign up if it's possible. All right. Thank you.